Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily tarot. This tarot is for May the 12th, and we're going to look at each sign. We'll start with Aries first. Let's see what comes up for you, Aries. Little distraction going on there. I have a new Lenormand deck. It was sliding off the shelf, so had to take care of it. Okay, Aries, let's see what comes up for you here. Didn't say okay, Google. All right. Aries, you have the Two of Clubs, the Page of Clubs in reverse, and the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, so Aries, what do we have going on here for you guys? Darn it. Okay, Aries, there's something going on in your world where you feel like, well, basically, you have news that there are things that you need to cover or take care of. And it's not something that makes you just jump up and down for joy to do. It's one of those things that's just kind of. Sorry, it looked like my connection went away, but I think I'm back. I hope I am. Anyway, once you find out this information, I think you not only have one task that needs to be done that is not really creative or inspiring, but a couple of tasks like this that are just really more tedious, fall more in the category of chores. So either one of them needs to be done. It'll benefit you to do both of them, or maybe there's more than two. But anyway, you have to choose which one you're going to be actually moving forward with. Why is this happening? This is happening because you're fixing something that was causing you stress or doubt or insecurity. And so you have decided to make some moves to fix whatever this was. For some of you, Aries, this is going to be something that was causing you financial stress or financial insecurity. For others of you, this is going to be more about something that was romantic. But either way, you have something that to take care of this, you have to do some things that you're not really thrilled about doing. Okay. Hello there, Zuli. Thank you. Thank you. Annie, thank you. Glad to see you guys. Glad to hear that you're good. Zuli, how are you? Whoever gave me that thumbs up, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Next, let's look at Taurus for May the 12th. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I have a question for you guys. I'm going to do an impromptu survey right now for the whole 3 people that are here at the moment. If I were to do videos talking about personalities of people born by the date that they're born, so say people born on May 3rd, would you guys be interested in looking at birthdays for some of the people that you know and finding out more about them that way? Taurus, your first card flipped out while I was chit-chatting. Yes, I have a project. It's going to take a while, but I have a project. All right, Taurus, you guys have the Hierophant. You also have the 9 of Coins. Cool. Thank you for your opinion and weighing in, Annie. And you have the 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so Taurus, what's going on with you guys? Interesting. Taurus, you guys have some kind of commitment that you're involved in where you feel like you are definitely working independently and as an individual on your own. Some kind of traditional commitment. I'm just going to say it. With the Hierophant, some of you are married and you really are acting very independently in that marriage, because with the Hierophant and with the Nine of Coins, the Hierophant does talk about a traditional type of commitment. Many times it is talking about a marriage. Nine of Coins, though, is talking about a single person who's actually very happy to be single. So it's interesting to see these come up together. And it looks to me like, this is not a card that I would take as separation. That would be my Four of Wands in reverse. But there's something going on here where you're in some kind of conventional commitment, and yet you're not really collaborating with that person. Like you're definitely doing your own thing here. And why is this happening? Because you've got the Ten of Cups in reverse, because you're not very happy. So that's contradictory. Nine of Coins is pretty happy to be a single person. So if we've got this Ten of Cups in reverse, this is telling me that if you're married or you're in some other significant relationship, Taurus, you may not be very happy in that significant relationship. You might be thinking that you would be happier. Well, I feel like you're doing things already on your own and autonomously. It's almost like technically you're married, but really the way things look, a lot of people might not be able to tell that type of thing because you're just not happy in the emotional situation here. Angela, hello, hello. Laundry day was yesterday for me. I hope you have a nice, clean laundromat to go to. That's the thing. That's my thing about laundromats. Some of them are not clean. I like the clean ones. I like your little emoticon. All right. We're going to start shuffling for Gemini. That card that just fell way too early. I don't think that we need to take that. If we're supposed to, it'll show up again anyway. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini for May the 12th. Oh, yeah. What's numerology for May the 12th? That would be a 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. Tomorrow should be a very creative day, generally, for all of us. Isn't that funny? I figured out tomorrow's a 3 on the third sign. Coincidences all around. Okay, Geminis, you guys have the Fool card in reverse. I like fastidious in a laundromat. That's awesome. 7 of Coins in reverse. And the Queen of Clubs. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so what's happening here for you, Geminis? Okay. Geminis, you have some kind of activity that you have been participating in, whether this is a hobby or a project or whatever, and you have actually considered letting this thing go. And I think the reason you've considered letting this thing go is because it's not bringing in the results that you thought it would. Now, this is something that you started as a leap of faith, not actually knowing where it would take you for sure. So now you're kind of starting to get some ideas. Well, shouldn't it be doing this by now? Shouldn't it be doing that by now? So now all of a sudden you have expectations about it, Gemini. You didn't start it with expectations. Your perspective has changed here. And what's going on is, even though it's not bringing you what you think it should be bringing you by now, I do think that you're continuing on with whatever this is. Why is that? Because we have you showing up as the Queen of Clubs here. You're somebody who is very creative, thinks outside the box, and you're doing this as a way of helping somebody else. And so even though this isn't bringing you exactly what you thought it would bring you, you can see where it is benefiting somebody else. And so you want to keep this going anyway. All righty. That's Gemini. Let's look next at Cancer. This is going to be Cancer for May the 12th. This is a 3-day for numerology. That means it's a day of creativity and also negotiations. Cancers, take a peek at you guys. All right, so Cancers, you guys show up with the Queen of Coins, the Knight of Coins, and the Five of Coins. Well, my, aren't you guys all about the coins? Let's see here. Okay. So, Cancers, you guys are feeling abundant and like you have plenty because you're doing what you know that you need to do to bring the coin in. And also, you're doing what you need to do to make sure the budget goes as far as you want it to go. Why is this happening? Because you've recently been through a time where you were not sure if you were going to have enough coins. And since you went through that time where you weren't sure if you were going to have enough coins, now being extra diligent to make sure that you have plenty. And not only plenty for yourself, but I think also plenty to share with others too. You want to make sure that you've got plenty to help and support other people around you as well. Okay, that's for Cancers. Next up, we have Leo. Thank you for the thumbs ups, guys. I do appreciate it. La da 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 da. And thank you for being here. Thank you to those of you who are sharing this video with others. And of course, thank you to those of you ordering private readings. It is because of all of you guys that I get to do what I love to do for a living. Okay, Leo, what do you have? Knight of Cups showing up in reverse. Full card showing up right side up. And the Emperor in reverse. Okay, Leos. Knight of Cups and the full card in reverse. Knight of Cups reversed and the full card in reverse. What's going on here? Is this full card your card? Leo, with this Knight of Cups in reverse and the Fool card, it feels to me like you're starting something new. Now, with the Fool card, I normally say you're starting something new because you just know that you know that you know that you know that this is what you need to do right now. But with that Knight of Cups in reverse, I don't have that feel for the Fool card. I think you are starting something new. It's a leap of faith. You don't know where it's going to take you, but you're not really liking it. It feels to me like this is against your better judgment. So you're starting something new. You don't know where it's going to take you, but you're not feeling really great about this new start. Is somebody twisting your arm? Is somebody holding a gun to your head? What's going on here? Why are you doing a new start that you're just not that happy about? I don't understand that. Oh, now I understand. Because you feel out of control of this situation. There's somebody doing some emotional manipulation around this situation. So even though you don't feel about starting this new start, you just feel like you have to. You feel like you've been backed into a corner here by this person that's doing emotional manipulation. So Leos, if you see this ahead of time, maybe you had this off at the pass. And the reason I say maybe you had this off at the pass is because if you're doing something against your better judgment, we all know how that works out. You know, because of this person's emotional manipulation that we've got going on over here, Leo, you're trying to tell yourself, I don't really know where this is going. I don't know where this is going to end. It could be just fine. Leo, you're highly intuitive too. You know when your intuition gives you that bad feeling about doing something that you're just like, "Oh, it doesn't feel right," which is exactly what this card is saying. That's a message. That's a message. If you go ahead with this, you're gonna regret it in spite of. If you don't go ahead with this guy, it might be really hard to keep the peace. So this is almost like face the music and deal with this person right now, or do this thing and later on watch it blow up in your face after you've down the road and put in energy and effort into something that you really knew you shouldn't have anyway, that it wasn't going to work out. Because honestly, you know this is not going to work out. Has basically become, with this Knight of Cups in reverse, this card has basically become my true fool, not my leap of faith card. He's actually acting the fool here because he's trying to keep this person happy. And keeping this person happy makes you act the fool and end up regretting it later on, not being happy, just getting into it. You know it's not going to work. Don't do it, Leo. That's what I'm trying to say in so many words. Don't do it. Carla, I am fantastic, dear. I would love to hear from you. Look up my phone number and give me a call. I read your comments. I think I can help you. And I would love to talk with you about how that would work. All right, let's look at Virgo. So this is Virgo for May 12th. Also, by the way, Carla, no pressure. I'm not a pressure person when we're on the phone. Everything is always your decision if you want my help or not. I just dropped like about half the deck. That's why I picked them up. We're not reading about half the deck for you guys, Virgos. Sorry, I love yous. I just don't love yous that much. You should call me now. You might be surprised. In fact, I'm pretty sure you'll be surprised. Virgo. La da 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 da. Virgo, Virgo. Virgo, Virgo. 6 of coins showing up for you guys. 5 of coins in reverse. Dang it, dang it, dang it. That card doesn't feel like it normally does. Virgo's Queen of Cups. Virgo's with the 6 of coins and the 5 of coins in reverse. I feel like there's somebody in your life that you have a relationship with that you are doing equal give and take with this person. No, that's not really what I mean. You think you're doing equal give and take with this person. Why do you think that? Because you are giving at a level to this relationship that you're expecting that the other person is too, and they're probably allowing you to believe that. Now, for a lot of you, this is going to be romantic, but not for all of you. The kicker here that I don't like and why you guys saw me react to this card is I think you guys don't know it yet, but you're going to be finding out that this person also has other interests that they're investing in besides you. So whether this is a business partner that you've been talking about collaborating on a project, whether this is a romantic partner that you thought you had a future with. I mean, if this is a romantic partner that you're thinking that there's a potential for a future, I think you're going to be finding out that you're a mistress. If this is a business situation where you've been thinking, maybe we could put this project together and really do well with it, I think you're going to find out this person's been talking to other people about doing the same project, and they may even be sharing some of your ideas with some of those other people. You're going to be finding out about this. I don't think you're going to find out about this on the 12th. What I'm hearing is you'll find out about it on the 13th or the 14th. Meanwhile, you're going to be putting into this relationship what you think is equal to what they're putting in. Be cautious. Be cautious. Okay? Why is this happening? This is happening because you're somebody who really likes to help and to nurture, and you have empathy, and this person that you're wanting to partner with in whichever way, business or romantic, you feel like you understand how they feel. You feel like there's a great connection there between the two of you. Who is this? This is Virgo. I normally don't feel like you guys get hornswoggled like this. But you're really feeling like this is a great situation. And that's why this is happening. Because you're thinking it's a great situation. You're making yourself an easy target. Hello there, Amethyst Noir. Glad to see you, my dear. Hi there, Kim. Oh, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. If you think my gifts are good here, you should try me on a private reading. Alrighty, let's see. Libra. This is Libra for the 13th. No, excuse me, for the 12th of May. Getting ahead of myself. 13th will be tomorrow. At least the predictions for the 13th will happen tomorrow. These are for the 12th of May for Libra. La da da da. I like your last name, by the way, Kim. La da da da, la da da da. La da da da, la da da. Okay, so Libras, you guys have the Two of Clubs in reverse. You have the Four of Coins in reverse. And you have the World in reverse. Libra, with this Two of Clubs in reverse and the Four of Coins in reverse, I feel like there's something going on where you feel like you don't have a choice except to pull money out of where you had saved it or stashed it back with the intention of using it later or intention of using it for something else. But I think Libra's on the 12th, you're going to be pulling money out to cover something because you're going to feel like you don't have a choice. You're going to have to. You can't hold off and wait. And why is this happening? Because we've got the World card in reverse. There's something that is going on in your sphere of influence that is almost perfect. Almost perfect. But unless you take care of it, it won't be perfect. And it might, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a tax word, talking about when things lose value. It might depreciate quickly if you don't take care of it. So there's some kind of maintenance that I think you're having to do because something is just a little bit broke. But if you don't do that maintenance, it'll get a lot broke, to put it in common vocabulary. That's funny, Pamela. Thank you. You're not the only person that says that. And what's ironic about my hummings is I usually don't even realize I'm doing them. They just come out naturally. I had a lady that used to get private readings from me. I haven't heard from her for a long time now, but she used to literally laugh at the noises that I would make while I was looking at her cards. You definitely need help, and I definitely can help you. The more you say, the more sure I am that I can help you. It could easily deal with a vehicle. It doesn't have to be a vehicle, but it could easily deal with that for the Libras, Angela. All right, so we're looking at Scorpio now for May the 12th. Rina Sada, hello, hello. How are you doing over in France today? Scorpio, we're going to take that first card. Kind of just flipped. I could have fought it, but it looked like it was going to hit the ground either way. La, da, 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 da. I'm fantastic. I get to do what I love to do for a living. Who could ask for better than that? How are you, my dear? Alrighty, fellow Scorpios, here's what we have. 7 of Swords. We're not strangers to this card, are we? 7 of Coins as well. And the 8 of Clubs in reverse. 2 sevens. 7's about truth seeking. Okay, Scorpio, what's happening here? Huh. Scorpio, I think that somebody is trying to manipulate us to get some money out of us, but they're doing it in a very sideways type of way. That's why I say manipulate. It's not that somebody is coming to us and asking us for money. It's almost like they're just hinting around, or I don't know, maybe they're sticking their hands in our purses and grabbing our wallets and pulling it out. That could be. This is kind of a sneaky card. A lot of times it's manipulation or illusion. So they could be putting their hands in our purse when we're not watching. In some cases, I don't see that happening in a lot of cases, but I do feel like there's somebody around us who would like us to share the contents of our wallet, but they're not saying that to us directly. They're hoping we'll get the hint. And why is this happening? Isn't that interesting? Because there's been a lack of communication between us and that other person. I don't necessarily feel like things have been cut off, but definitely communication has slowed down a lot between us Scorpios and this other person for, I don't know, a couple of weeks at least, maybe even a few months in some cases. And so because the information has slowed down, the information exchange, the communication back and forth has slowed down, this other person feels kind of funky about just saying, hey, I could use some help. So they're trying to come in at it sideways. Okay, Scorpios. I guess we have to cross that bridge when we get there and figure out what we want to do about that. First day of post-quarantine where you are? Yay, happy for you. Oh, very cool. Well, thank you for the feedback, Amethyst. If the feedback is a little late, it's still appreciated. Thank you. Blissful Energy, hello. Oh, I like your new name, honey. I see, Carla. So let's see, what's today? Monday. So you're fine with being stressed and anxious until Friday and on the edge of a nervous breakdown, sort of. I can't say I follow your logic, but okay. I do accept it. That's what I will say. Very cool, Amethyst. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think a lot of people are a little bit scared. A lot of people have gone so cabin fevered that they're just can't wait to get out there, but a lot of people are scared still too. Alrighty. Let's look next at Sagittarius. How is your business venture that we read about, Blissful? How is that working out? Did that end up being good timing after all? Sagittarius for May 12th. Okay, Sagittarius, you guys have the 3 of Clubs, the Hanged Man in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, so Sagittarius, yours is pretty easy to read here. Basically, you're traveling and you're doing some traveling that was put on hold. If you're not traveling, this would be long-term plans that you put on hold. So there's either traveling or long-term plans that you had been holding back on. Now you're moving forward with those on the 12th Sagittarius. Why? Because there was a bad cycle before. Now that bad cycle has come to an end. So it was put on hold because of a bad cycle. Now that bad cycle is gone, you get to move forward. Well, I can't say gone, but at least it's not as bad as it was. Let's say that. Okay. So that's for Sagittarius. I know, Carla. My state is, we're in phase 1. We started phase 1 a week ago today. And so some of the restaurants are opened, and you can tell like where they've really taken down some of the tables and chairs so that there's more space between tables and chairs in the restaurants. Social distancing is a big thing. A lot of the people who are serving are wearing masks. Plexiglass up by the cash registers, even in the restaurants. I went to a coin-operated laundromat, and that was open. A lot of non-essential stores were open. I went to a resale shop the other day that was open. But you can tell that in most places, everybody is still very much aware and doing social distancing. Now, when I went to my neighborhood Dairy Queen this morning, and I was really disappointed to see that the wait staff was not really caring about social distancing at all. They didn't care if they were almost touching you while you were getting your drink or whatever. But most places, social distancing is still pretty important, even being open. Right? I'm out there, but I am also still being careful. I also am pretty sure that I had it already. And so I'm carrying the antibodies, and I'm had it long enough that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make anybody else sick. But I still think it's just rude to stand right next to somebody. That's how they're doing it there. That makes sense. I mean, we have to open sometime. We can't wait for the vaccine. Otherwise, we would have no businesses left. Excellent, excellent. Glad to hear that, Blissful. So anyway, I'm shuffling all this time. This is going to be for Capricorn for May the 12th. Capricorn, you devils, you. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. La da da da. For those of you who don't know, the tarot card for Capricorn is the Devil card. That's why I said that. Capricorns, you guys have the 5 of coins. You also have the 5 of clubs, 2 5s in a reading. That's change. And you've got the 6 of cups. What's going on here? Okay, Capricorns. With the 5 of coins and the 5 of clubs, this is telling me that there's a lot of competition going on around you for some type of position or place. And that competition is making you feel a little bit left out. I don't think that Capricorns, I don't think you feel like competing. I don't think you feel like you should have to compete. And so I think all this competition is just making you want to take a step back and just be like, you know what? If you want to deal with the new upstarts that you don't know as well as you know me, whether it's in a professional situation or a personal situation, I think you're just feeling a little bit offended and you're pulling away. And why is this happening? Because there's some kind of old situation that I think you were considering going back to. For some of you, this is going to be a personal relationship, maybe romantic, maybe a friendship. For others of you, this could be work that you were thinking about going back to. And if it's work that you were thinking about going back to, you're feeling left out because the people that are in charge at work are interviewing a whole bunch of new people. And they're talking about, well, we don't know if we're going to let you have your position back. There's a lot of other qualified people out here they might be better. And for if this is a personal thing, if this is like, say this is an ex that you were thinking of getting back together with, well, they're talking to other people. They're thinking about other people. And so you're pulling back. You're like, you know what? If I'm not the hands down winner, then maybe I don't need to be competing with these other people. It's not something that feels really good. All right. And even a friendship, even if it's just a friendship that you were thinking about, spending more time with that person again, maybe now because the quarantine is over, maybe they have new people that are around all the time and it just makes you feel a little bit left out. Okay. So however that's playing out, it basically bottom line is you're feeling left out because of trying to get back to something old where they're looking at moving forward with something new instead of going back to the old status quo. All right. So that's for Capricorns. Tammy Bambi. I'm glad you made it just in time. Oh, I had forgotten you were in New York City. I'm glad that you're here and talking to us. You get it. Gotcha. All right. Let's look next at Aquarius. This is Aquarius for May the 12th. Let's see what happens. Thanks for all the thumbs ups today, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you to all of you who are buying private readings from me. It's always fun to get to know you guys one-on-one or to get to catch up with you one-on-one. And of course, thank you to those of you who are sharing this video with others. The more people y'all put me in front of, the happier I am because the more people I get to help. Yay. You're quite welcome, Ms. Annie. Okay, so Aquarius. You guys have the Queen of Clubs showing up in reverse. You have the 10 of Coins. And you have the 3 of Clubs in reverse. Ooh. So Aquarius, I think you're feeling a little bit less than inspired and not so interested in moving forward with somebody who feels like everything is just fine exactly the way it is as far as family or security-wise. I think that you want to move things forward as far as family or security-wise, whichever way this is playing out in your life, Aquarius. And this other person is like, but everything's fine just the way it is, isn't it? And you're like, no, we should be progressing. Now, why is all of this happening? Why are you feeling blue about this other person not wanting to progress when you do? Because there's no plans for the future. For some of you, this may even be that there's no plans to actually meet each other. There's no travel plans. But I think that for a lot of you, this is more generally just that there's no plans to build a future together. And basically, you're feeling down and blue with that Queen of Clubs in reverse. You're not feeling like your normal, chipper, happy self because you want to make some plans. You want to bring some security into the situation. And your person is like, well, I feel great. I feel secure just like this. Everything's fine the way it is, isn't it? All right. So that's what we've got for Aquarius. 11/11, new beginnings. All right, what's next? By the way, for those of you who weren't here earlier, tomorrow, well, the day I'm doing predictions for, May the 12th, works out numerologically to be a 3-day, which means it's going to be a day that has a theme of creativity as well as negotiations. You too, sweetie. Have a great one. Pisces, what do you have? All right, Pisces, you guys have the Tower, the Falling Tower, excuse me. The 3 of Coins. And you have the Moon card. What's going on here? There's something that you've been collaborating with somebody else on. In other words, working with somebody else on, Pisces, that is just falling apart. Like it's just not being allowed to move forward. There's just nothing good is coming out of this collaboration, even though you both were expecting good to come out of this collaboration. Why is that? Because there's information that you don't know about. And so you're not able to head it off or prevent it or work through it or work around it because it's doing its thing while you guys are doing your thing. By the way, this would be a great thing to get a private reading about. Just saying. And I would love to read for you. Just saying. Anyway, that's what you've got, Pisces. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here and spending some of your precious time with me. Thank you also for the likes on the video and for sharing it. And thank you to those of you who are ordering private readings. It is because of all of your support at every single level that I get to do what I love to do for a living. So thank you sincerely to all of you. Everybody have a fantastic day. And if I don't see you here for a private reading today, I'll see you back on the next video tomorrow. Peace out.